What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Mug the Dude here, and we're back. But we're not doing a Hero Colosseum match. We're not doing ranked. We're not doing a team build. Today, we're going to be ranking the highest defensive characters. Now, they're the highest defensive characters, and they're units that if I'm trying to build a team, and I go to defense and descending, all of them have the highest defenses, right? So, the thing is about this team, though, guys, is that the thing about this list, some of these characters are not that good and you wouldn't use them as defense. But by the criteria that I did in the other videos, I have to do this defense and then descending, and whoever has the highest defense makes the list. Number 10 is Android 18, and the only reason she made it on this list, she has a higher defense than some of the other characters on this list, but it's simply due to the fact that her position skill is not that good to me, like, personally. Place on a trigger square for minus 1,000 speed to one random person on the field, and 170 to all to opponents, 170 defense reduction to all opponents when Android 17 is on the field. Now, the speed reduction is actually pretty decent, but when that second part with Android 17, that minus 170 to defense, it's not that good because you need Android 17, and most likely you're not going to run. You could run Android 17 on a team, but most likely if you're trying to go for like a balance of attack with her like speed reduction, it's like it won't work very well. So number 10, Android 18, she's a very lackluster character and she's not that good. Now number 9 is it's related to this. You're going to see Android 16. Now his is at least a little. His debuff from the opponents is a little better. Place on a trigger score for minus 700 to one random opponent on the field. And the second part actually is decent because you could plan a team to just go second. Like, you don't have to go first every time, you can go second. And then plus 250 to attack to all allies if you go second. That position skill is actually decent considering what's up with my camera. My camera is, there it is. It's really fuzzy, but guys, place on the triggers for minus 700 defense to one random opponent on the field. I just said that. And plus 250 to attack to all allies if you go second. That's actually decent, but his defense is not that good. His HP is not that high, and he's a very lackluster character as well. But now number 8 is a little better. Frieza. I've loved this Frieza since he came out. What is up with this view of my camera? I'm going to just do that. But it's very decent, right? So you have the HP, 3,000. Oh, by the way, I didn't go over the stats. 4,320 for HP, 3,110 for attack, 2,240 to defense, and 1,430 to speed. And then his is 3,300 to HP, 3,880 to attack, and then 2,290 to defense, and then 1,040 to speed. And his posing skill is Kind-Hearted Android. Hers is Dazzling Destroyer, and his is the Emperor's Dominion. Now, his is placed on a trigger square for plus 500 to own speed, which I like, I love. And then, what is up, bro? I hate that camera. But minus 170 to defense, all repeatable. So, guys, here's the deal. His HP is 3220, 4930 for attack, 1970 to defense, and 2110 to speed. You're not going to use him as much of a defensive character. You're going to use him as a speed character. And what is up with my camera right now? I'm getting triggered. But, guys, I'm going to use him more of a speed character rather than a defense. But since the criteria put him in this category, I got to rank him. And he's only number 8 because he's not that good. He's more of a harder hitter, if I'm being honest. Like, that 4,930 is decent. The lowering of the defense is just whatever. But the 500 own speed is actually fairly good, guys. In my opinion, he's fairly good. But that's why he's number 8. Now, number 7, guys. Here's the dizzle. The fact that he made it on this list surprised me. And he's decent. He's a great attacker. I wouldn't use him for defense, but he made the attacking list. So we got Super Saiyan, got Super Saiyan Goku. Posing skill, power beyond a god. So place on a trigger square for plus 500 to own attack. And minus 20% to damage dealt by attacked opponents. So when he attacks them, they're going to give 20% less damage back to Goku. But here's the deal. Some units might not survive that because he's getting plus 500. He's already going to have 5,000 attack after the first turn. Before he even attacks, he's going to have 5,000 attack. If he gets a double, say he hits for like 3,000 and he gets a double, that is 4,500 to like 4,500 attack. Boom, done to the character. Say you have another person behind him. He's just, they might not even survive that attack and the double. So the minus 20% is really, it's whatever, but it's decent. The stats are 5290 for HP, 4580 to attack, 1930 to defense, and 2160 to speed. So, guys, here's the dizzle. Something's on my computer. But Here's the Dizzle, guys. Ultimate attack is Warp Combat. I didn't go over the other ones, so we got Supernova, Super Key Explosion, and Dual Destructor Disc. Now, guys, he's more of an attacker unit. He's not that good of a defensive unit. The defense is decent, but he's just not that good of a unit. He's decent still, but for defensive wise, I wouldn't put him like anywhere near top 10. He's number 7 for that reason, guys. But also, I am keeping special effects out of this. Any skills you can put on him, I'm taking it out of it. So base unit, boom, base unit, because special effects makes all these characters broken as hell. Fact, like you put plus 20% or 10% on it, it's broken, right? So guys, here's number 6, Fatpoo. He has the highest defense on my account, the highest defense. But he still didn't make the top 10 simply because he's just not that great of a unit. It doesn't matter how high his defense is. Like, he made it on the list simply because if you go defense descending, he made it on because he has the highest. But his position skill is still not that good. Place on a trigger square for plus 700 to own defense, repeatable, and swaps own attack and defensive values if alone on the field once only. So here's the deal, guys. Before someone even attacks him, he's going to have 4,000 defense. That is so high. Like, 4,000 defense. Some people don't even have 4,000 attack. Barely 4,000 attack. Okay, I lied. Some people have easily 4,000 attack. So, she doesn't have it. He doesn't even have 4,000 attack. He has 5,000. He has 5,000. But, basically 5,000. But, his stats are 3180 at level 44, 3180 for HP, 3090 for attack, 3320 for defense, and 1780 for speed. His posing skill is modular attack, and is what I just said. Plays on a trigger score for plus 700 own defense, repeatable, and swaps own attack and defensive values if alone on the field once. I will never put him on the field alone, simply because I'd rather have him as a defensive unit. And say I put him on alone, the first turn I put him alone. My freaking couch is so squeaky. Say I put him alone on the field once. First turn. It's only once only, so you can only do it once. His defense is getting swapped with his attack. He's already having basically the same attack, which makes no sense. You technically could keep him in there and just keep building and building and building and building that attack, that defense, which in turn switches to attack when you put him by himself. But it just still wouldn't make any sense to me. So that is why I put him at number 6 on the list, guys. Now, number 1 to 5. They're so good units. They're so good figures. I'm judging them by their position skills. I'm judging them also by their defense, but their position skills is what really matters in this, like, how good their position skill is. How good can you make a team around them? Like, Blue Goku is probably the best unit out of the top 10 to 6. Probably the best unit, obviously, but he's not the best defensive unit. But, guys, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to hop into my 5 to 1 team, and then I will obviously be right back with it. Alright, guys, we're back. Number 5 is Golden Frieza. Now, when I say Golden Frieza is such a good unit, I still get beat by people that are using Golden Frieza. We have the HP, obviously, is 3,700. Attack is 3210. I cannot fucking talk today, guys, by the way. Defense is 3030. I am also recording at 3 in the morning. And then speed is 2300. Posing skill is the Emperor's Return. Place on a trigger square for plus 500 to own speed and suffer no damage if alone on the field, repeatable. So, here's the deal. Also, when I say special effects are broken, this character becomes stupid broken when you put him on the field by himself. But I'm not judging off of special effects. And his ultimate attack is Emperor's Death Beam. So, guys, here's the Dizzle. His defense is 3,000, and I'm fine. You don't need to buff that anymore. You're using him as a speed character, and I'm putting him in that back left corner. I just realized I didn't say any of the trigger squares for the 10 to 6, so I will do that at the end when I wrap up the video. But back left and middle. I'm usually going to put him in that back left simply to build his speed up, or I'm going to put him in the middle simply because some of the characters he's going to put there, like I've put him against a Piccolo, and he's been able to tank and tank and tank with no defense no damage reduction, tank and tank and tank, and be able to survive that Piccolo attack, and then he just gives damage back, and he slowly inches the Piccolo's health down because he didn't have the Piccolo that surprise is going to be on this list. But overall, he's number 5 simply because he's not better than the other units, but he's one of the best, like, units still. He's such a good unit. If you can put him by himself and just keep not taking damage sometimes and just bait him, you could put him first, and then depending on what that person does, you could judge off of that, and then you could really just counter his deck. You're gonna take damage, don't get me wrong. If you put him by himself and you don't have any special effects or going like that, you're gonna take damage, guys. But basically, he's not better than the other units, guys. Number 4. we have the Vatos. Now, simply I put her at number 4, but her HP is 3690, her attack is 2500, her defense is 2370, and her speed is 2000. Opposing skill is God of Destruction's Attendant, plays on a trigger square for minus 30% to attack to all opponents on the field, stacks during that turn only. I put her at number 4 simply because her position skill is so good that she's not... If you took away that position skill and gave her like a generic... Like if you gave her his position skill and then just like... Because her position skill is so good. I just can't stress this enough. I've literally been beaten by people who use her and then a Piccolo and then hide somebody in the back, and you can't do any damage to any of the characters in the front. And you can easily beat people that have a high attack deck. This counters a high attack deck so well because 30% minus 30% to attack is so good. So say I have a Broly with 6,000 attack. Lowering that by 30% is 2,000. Right off the freaking bat, guys. So he already has 4,000 attack. Now it stacks during that turn only, so it resets. But say you have other attack reduction or defense boosting. Say you have a Whis on there. 30% attack lowering and then a 30% damage reduction is so stupid. You can't do any damage to that deck build. You really can't. And if you have a Gogeta in the middle, he's giving himself plus 20% to own what's that? What am I trying to say now? Minus 20% to damage taken. So he's getting a 50%, and then he's getting the attack lowered by the by the Vatos. Guys, this is insane. Like, she's so good. When she came out, she's been very good. Like, a valid unit on any team. Now, number 3, obviously, you know who it is. It's the Whis. Basically, the fucking partner with Vatos. Those two match so well together, guys. You have no idea. Now, if you do, and you use that type of build, it is stupidly broken still. HP 1740, attack 2340, defense 2930, and speed 2340. Whis' training. Placed on a trigger square for minus 30% to all damage taken by all allies on the field, stacks during that turn only. And then his ultimate attack is Symphonic Destruction. Top left is the trigger square. Basically, she's the yin, he's the yang to her yang Vatos. Because she is so good at lowering attack, he just makes everybody take less damage. Plus, his defense is 2930, which is still very good. But the only reason I don't like this Whis, I will typically run the other Whis, is because he has 8,000 HP and 4,000 attack. He can survive fairly often. Like, his defense is so low, like, it's completely polar opposite to this unit. But his HP is so high that he's able to survive simply because he can take attacks and just survive and survive and survive. And usually, you're not using him as a main attacker. You're using him just to lower defense for the other units on your team to survive, like a Super Vegeta or a Gogeta or a Gotenks or a Broly or any other unit, a Godku or a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or a Future Gohan or anybody else. Piccolo. Surprise, Piccolo is on this list. And you haven't seen him yet, and you're probably going to guess where he is. But he simply is there to make the team better, and simply is for her too. They make a team so good, and they help the team survive and like stick together, and they're just so cohesive together, guys. It's ridiculous. Now, number 2 is going to be a very big surprise for some people. Super Vegeta. He's such a good figure. I love this figure. The fact that I have him level 99 and I have 3 dupes into the UR one, the base UR one, is insane. Now, HP is 5,070, his attack is 5,740, his defense is 2040, and his speed is 2560. Now I do have some dupes into him, and his opposing skill is the strongest fused warrior, plays on the trigger square for plus 350 to own attack, defense, speed, repeatable, and plus 10% damage taken by all opponents if you go first, and minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents if you go second. So, and his ultimate attack is Spirit Sword, and his trigger squares are top left and bottom right, guys. Now, he is such a good figure overall. Like, he's really balanced. He's one of the most balanced characters in the game. Also with the Vegeta. He's such a balanced character, and the fact that he buffs himself in defense, attack, and speed, in 2 turns, he's going to have about almost 3,000 defense, which is higher than, almost high as him, higher than her. He's going to be higher than her in the first turn. And then him just is stupid. Like, you're going to be close to him, but you're not going to be that close. But he's not going to be there for attack, but if you need him to tank an attack for, like, a future Gohan behind, he's going to be able to do that simply because he's buffing his defense. He's buffing his attack. So once he gets attacked, he's going to have 6,000 attack. The first turn before he even attacks, he's going to have 6,000 attack. So he's going to be able to give... By the way, I still have a cough from me being sick. Oh, it's still getting me, but... And his HP is decent, like 5,000. God, bro, I'm not feeling too well. But, and his speed is 2560, so he's a good speed unit, he's a good attack unit, he's a good defensive unit. And for HP-wise, God, I'm burping, but he's not that good. I mean, he's amazing. I didn't mean to say he's not that good. He's amazing, guys. I need to drink water. 5,000 HP is not that good, but for this type of figure and the way it's built, it's very good, though. Like, if you put that 5,000 on a Godku, it would not be as well. Like, the one Godku that has 6,500 attack at level 95, I believe, the one I use, with, like, lower speed, lower defense. If you gave him that HP, he'd be not that good, because one attack he'd kill him because he doesn't have a lot of defense. The fact that he has a lot of defense makes this unit so good, guys. Now, number one is no surprise. Piccolo. I can say this over and over again, guys. The Piccolo is the best unit in the game. He, literally, you can build teams around him, and the team is so good. I'm going to shake my water bottle for this. 6,100 HP, attack is 3,630, defense 2,240, and speed 2,060. Bracing for impact, place on a trigger score for plus 350 to own defense. So in basically one turn he's going to have about 2,500, in 2 turns he's going to have about 28, in 3 turns he's going to have 3,000 defense. That's fairly good. And then plus 500 to Master's defense stacks that turn only. I don't know why they say stacks that turn only, because you're only going to be able to put one Piccolo on the field and get that. You can't get to 10,000 defense because... you can't put 2 Piccolos because Piccolo only goes in one slot, which I'm going to say trigger square is the middle. But he's so good, guys. I could say this for hours, days, years, months, eons, guys. The way this team, you could build a team around him is it's like you put the Piccolo in the middle, and then say you want to put a... Say you can make a team right with these top 5 right now. Look at this. Build you a team. Piccolo going in the middle. Then you have the Super Vegeta being the speed unit of the team still. They both have similar speed, but Vegeta's just going to progressively get more speed. But Piccolo in the middle to reduce damage for the Master. You could go either in the top left or bottom right. I would go bottom right. I would go bottom right, and then you could have the Vatos in front of him, which is lowering attack, so the Piccolo is going to survive. The Vegeta is going to be able to survive because the Vatos might be able to take a couple of attacks and then give a lot of damage back because nobody's going to be able to get to him because of the attack reduction of the Vatos. Then you have the Golden Frieza, who is just going to be there for speed. And if you need him to take that attack, if you really wanted to, guys, the Piccolo, I usually use the Piccolo for turns when a person has an ult and they're going for the kill and they have special effects and they're using one character in the middle and you didn't take any masters. This only works when your master didn't take enough, when your master didn't take a lot of damage. Don't take any damage with your master. Only put him on the field, and you probably will survive, and then you can put your other figures in to finish off the turn, the next turn, because nobody took damage from the ult. He's just the best unit in the game, guys. Like, the being able, your master, to take damage, and that means you don't have to run a, 3-lane team. You can run a 2-lane team, have him in the middle, and then double 1-on-1, double in the middle, and then one on the left or the right. He's just the best figure in the game, guys. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was the all-defensive breakdown. I will be doing speed next, which I feel like is going to be the best one because attack was probably one of my favorites. And then I did HP. This is defense. We're going on to speed next, guys. Hope you catch you guys in the next one. To the deuces, everybody.